Thank you, wingers. We're here with another episode today, of course, as you know, on the Just Winging It podcast. For my audio people that's listening, make sure you tune into the YouTube because there's so many dope episodes we have here. But we have another special guest, and we got Big Keish in the building. We just went over like what you could call me. Big Keish is in the building. Keisha is here. Who's Keisha? Well, we're gonna get to know that right now. Who you are. Welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for coming on the platform. I'm happy to have you. I see you highly motivated. You on the move. Your Instagram says non-idle, so I know you're not sitting still. First off, how you doing? Thank you for coming on the episode.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Absolutely. And I love what you're doing. I love your content. And I love the objective behind this podcast. It's specifically for what's going on. You're winging it in your 30s.
Yeah,
Because, you know, when we were 20s, we think by 30, we need to have it
yeah,
all figured
always.
out.
Yeah, literally
But I'm still winging it. But,
all
but I'm
day.
doing great, though. But I'm actually definitely very happy, though. I can't say 30s can be your happiest time. You're
Yeah.
happier than 20s. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So I'm doing
Exactly.
great so far.
That's great. That's good. Where you from? I want to say New York.
I am from New York. Yeah. I'm from
Okay. Okay.
Newburgh, New York specifically. That's in the
Newburgh.
Hudson Valley. Yeah, it's in
Okay.
the Hudson Valley. It's
Yeah, I
like
used to live in
60
Middletown.
miles.
Yeah,
Wait, where are
yeah.
you
That's why.
from? Where are you at right now?
So right now I'm in Queens. I grew up and
We're
raised
not
from the
far. I'm in
Bronx.
Brooklyn.
You're in Brooklyn, yeah,
I
yeah.
live in Brooklyn, yeah.
Okay, okay, yeah. I was in Middletown for from 18 to probably I think 25,
You got
25
family
years
there?
old. Yeah, I got family. I have a small select of family who went to go move out to Middletown. They got their house in Middletown. I went to do high school in Middletown. So I did
Wow.
10th grade. I'm sorry, 11th grade. Then I came back to the city and then I went back and actually got my first apartment. I stayed out
Okay.
there with my first like good jobs were out there. And I came back out here and moved to Long Island in 2018.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. We got a mutual friend, Frank Benz, the rapper. I was like, wait, so
Yeah,
you
yeah.
must be from upstate. I didn't know. Yeah,
845.
yeah, 845. Yeah, yeah. And I was like, but I said I hear the New York in you. So I was like, I had to ask
Yeah.
which part. But yeah, yeah. I seen so of course, like I was telling you before, my assistant Tia told me that we're gonna meet with a photographer. I was like, okay, that's great. All right, what am I gonna talk about to the photographer? And I was like, let me figure. I said, wait, hold on, because I'm like, all right, so you're doing photography. You said you used to do photography. Now that you told me that, then I was like, all right, so then I realized with being not an upcoming content creator, I've been doing a lot of content since 2020, but I've been taking it so much like enhanced. I don't know if you know, I quit my government job to go. So I tell people that's like in content because they'll understand in ways. I quit my government job. I wanted to be a full content creator, and it was a lot with also quitting. And I was like, a photographer, you guys go through a lot.
Hmm.
It's a lot behind the scenes. There's a lot with what inspires you, what pictures you're gonna take, what like poses you're gonna ask your person, your scheduling, the editing. But then you say you don't do photography anymore. So what happened?
Nothing happened. First and foremost, you can't label me. Like I can't be labeled. I can't be put in a box. Like I'm a multi hyphenate. Honestly, I
Love
just
it.
I just happened to become a photographer because somebody gifted me a camera. A good friend of mine just gave me his camera because he got a new one. Because I actually so I was living in Tampa from till 2016. I tore my ACL and yeah,
Damn.
like I was doing a lot. I was doing a lot, but I
Yeah.
took it as a sign of God, like really telling me to slow down because I didn't know what
Yeah.
self-care was. I didn't know when I say I was doing too much, like I finally was able to sit down. Literally, I birthed non-idle in 2016 because I was
Yeah.
always doing something.
Okay.
But there was a time where I was like, God was like, you need to slow down. You need to just be still to see
Mhm.
what you really need to do going forward.
Yeah.
So when I tore my ACL, I rested for like maybe 3 days, and
Three days.
I went to physical therapy. I was like, "Ah, this is too easy." I got a personal trainer. Got in the gym. He got me back right. like within two weeks, 3 weeks.
Hmm.
Went back to the doctor after 6 weeks. I could still walk. I was doing so many different exercises. Like the doctor was like, "You are different."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Yeah."
The robot?
So I didn't get surgery. I just started working out and honestly got into the best shape of my life, even over basketball. I played basketball my whole life.
I was about to ask, is that where it came from, the 20?
No, I was playing freaking flag football. I'll never play flag
Okay.
football again.
Yeah.
But I moved back to New York because I wanted to be around family and back around my family. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to take that leap of faith to becoming an entrepreneur. And I birthed Prayer and Hustle. I birthed Non Idol, which was an interview platform. I was like, I want to be entrepreneurs, but I didn't. This was my first time. So I just started interviewing different entrepreneurs, different creatives to get into their mind to see like what motivated them, what inspired them, how did
Right.
they do it.
Yeah.
So that's content. Like I always
Yes.
needed content, and also I was Baroque, so I had to
Broken
do it
making
myself.
content. I know it.
So I had to do it myself, very self sufficient. So I taught myself how to edit videos. My friend, he was like, you know what, Keisha, my good friend, he was doing videos for me, taking pictures for me. He got a new camera. He was like, you know what? Here you go. I see you hustling, doing what you got to do.
That's
You could have my
amazing.
old camera. So I started doing videos. Yo, when I tell you
Yo, this
God,
is like
like
a just
my
winging it
life,
type of vibe to
I'm
me.
telling you, when I tell you
Yo.
it's just, I was very just much so winging it with God. Like
Yeah.
God took me under his wing, like for real. Like
Yeah.
my journey is very, very unconventional in the sense of like opportunities just came at me. One thing I learned, like one thing my mentor told me in the very beginning is you take that one step, I guarantee doors will start opening for you. And that's that leap of faith, and God will start bringing people into your life, opportunities into your life that you
Right.
couldn't plan for or fathom because you took that
Exactly.
that step. You took that one step. You had that faith, the faith of a mustard seed. Like God will absolutely give you what you ask for and what you desire. So that's how it happened. And when I tell you, I started hitting up my friends like, hey, let me take pictures of you so I could start
Yeah.
practicing. And it honestly was just an innate gift that God gave me. Like God gave me the eye. So I'm big on networking. I moved to New York City the next year, 2017.
Okay.
And I met Johnny Nunez. He's a big celebrity photographer, and
Mm-hmm.
he started hooking me up with different gigs here and there. I met this girl
Love
through a
it.
mutual friend. She was a part of this R&B group, so they put me on as their videographer. So I was traveling
Love.
all over the country with them as their
Love
videographer,
it.
editing videos. So now to answer your question, like what happened?
Yeah.
Nothing happened. It was just I just didn't
Different
want to do
direction.
it. I
Yeah.
just didn't
Sometimes
want to do
okay.
it anymore. Like it was fun, like just
Mm-hmm.
creating. But when it starts
Yeah.
getting down to like the jobs, like one of my good friends, she's a very, very incredible professional photographer. She's up in Newburgh. She was like, I'll only hit you up. If she was like, if somebody contacts me for weddings, I'm only hitting you up and I'll only do it if it's with you, Keish. And I'm like, okay, so that's the only time I'll do. I was like, if I don't gotta edit
Yeah.
nothing, I don't gotta go through
Yeah.
no pictures, cool. Like I'll use my talents in that way. But it was other directions I started to had to go in. Like I said, I'm a multi hyphenate. Like I have many skills and talents. So I just had to gear it back to what my passion truly was. Like how can I truly make a difference? And because that's my ultimate goal.
Is to
And
make
yeah.
that difference. And that's what I like. And it's like, a lot of people I talk to like, I just do this. And I'm like, no, I can't just stick to this one thing. Like I used to just game stream, but now I'll video game stream, podcast, edit videos, make the videos. If someone needs me to host,
Hmm.
I'll host. Whatever it is that I could dabble into, like I'll try new games. I did a lot of games for developers so it can make sure, it works efficient to how they want it. Reviews, food reviews. I just like to do it all, and I can't just stay to just one thing. And I'm like, my direction is it could be to somebody who doesn't feel the same way you and I feel like, oh, it's all over the place. But when you have a good, solid direction, you put it out the
Hmm.
best way. People really have to understand how I say it all the time. Networking is key. And I'm
Hmm.
like, I see something like that. I'm like, yo, this could be a great promo. This could be put
Yeah.
right here. If you say this, you could grab somebody's attention. You don't know who's gonna reach out. I'm like, and
Hmm.
it's like I've never been someone who was the attention seeker, because I knew no matter what I was going to do will grab somebody's attention, because it was always going to be
Mm,
anything that I put into was just going to be genuine. Like
I
it's
love
going
it.
to
Yeah.
be solely genuine. And when I
Authenticity.
look, yeah, exactly. And then even when I looked at yours, I was like, pray and hustle. I said, number one for me, I love when something stands out, and the shirt stood out. I watched that video when I was telling you in the voice note. I was like, when you have a logo, you just can't put the words. People gotta understand, it has to be a reason why I want to look at it again. The script makes you double look at something, because if you can't understand it, it's like, oh, okay, so now I took a second look. I'm like, pray and hustle. Then you got the promo of your videos, and I'm like, hold up. I don't think she's just a photographer. It's more going on here. And
Yeah.
pray and hustle. What? Tell us all about where's that going right now?
So Prayer and Hustle started back in 2016 when I was taking that leap, and I was like, God, like
Right.
what am I gonna do though? Like, cool, I could interview people, but what am I gonna do to be an entrepreneur? At the time, like not a lot of people in Newburgh were really selling shirts. You know, everybody's selling a
Yeah.
shirt now, but like back then there was like maybe one or two people. So I reached out to him like, hey, like what motivates you to get started? And cause I was like, that could be an opportunity. And then I promise you, like I'm in the shower, prayer and hustle just came to my mind. Like God has given me so
Talking
many
about the
ideas
shower.
and visions. Like, and I
Yeah,
think
some
because the
with
water
the
and you're being
shower.
cleansed,
Yeah.
but
I'm telling you.
but it came to me. I'm like, ooh. So I started creating logos, and
Mhm.
I finally got to this one, and like, this is it. This is it. And I put it on a shirt. People ate it up. People loved it. I got 50 made, all sold
Yeah.
out. And then eventually just started creating more products, putting out more products, started partnering with other influencers and people that really, really align with Prayer and Hustle. Like you could see it in their
Yeah.
lifestyle. Cause one thing I say is like, yeah, it's on a t-shirt. Prayer and Hustle is not just a t-shirt, it's a lifestyle.
Mhm.
So fast forward to now, like in the direction that I'm taking it is I just actually launched a Prayer and Hustle interview series because I'm like, you know what?
Yeah.
I'm
I was about
always
to
interviewing.
ask.
I love learning people's stories because everybody has a story. I
Yeah.
love seeing what inspires people, what motivates people, where people come from. And also you praising God. Like so in the series, I talk to people that I see that really align with Prayer and Hustle. And just seeing how their journey with God is. Because again, another thing with this entrepreneurship journey, this creative journey, like it's unique. There's
It is.
no A, B, and C blueprint structure that every
Yeah.
creative needs to follow. So I'm really talking to like all you who want to be creative, want to take that chance to be an
Yeah.
entrepreneur, take that chance on yourself.
Anybody
Like,
who's willing to listen. I'm so
yeah, like anybody who's willing to listen and just know that like that the visions that come, the ideas that come into your heart and that never leave, just
Mhm.
take one step. Even if you don't know what to do, just take one step to research it, Google it.
Yeah.
Like you'll never know what you'll find. You'll just keep learning and learning and learning, and then people start coming into your life. You'll start hearing
Mhm.
opportunities, seeing opportunities.
Yeah.
And yeah, so that's what I'm doing now. I'm creating the Prayer and Hustle series, the podcast series, and then eventually I definitely want to, because in the past since 2016 I've done so
Yeah.
much. And one of them was I
I
went
saw
back
a
to
previous.
school.
Okay. Okay.
I went back to school for accounting. So
Okay.
my objective was, I was like, I don't want to work because I was pretty much doing that anyway with my businesses. So I'm
Yeah.
like, what's something, if I'm going back to school, like what's something I could really make money from?
Yeah.
Accounting was one of them. So
There you go.
I'm like, I could learn the skill set and then bring it back to my community, bring it back
Yeah.
to small business owners. Like that's the objective. I want to help.
We need
I want
that.
to make a difference. I don't want to make these millionaires more millions. Like I'm trying to make
Yeah.
us coming from nothing. Like let's get these hundreds of thousands. Let's get these
Yeah.
millions. And where it starts is the back end.
Mhm.
So
It
that was
has to
just
be
another
like
skill.
so unique to like, because that's my thing, like with the podcast, it's so much that's just going to be every time, like I have like my own mini session with myself, and I'll like have my own, I'm my own guest, and I'll tell people, yeah, what's coming and what's going on, because literally one moment we were on Zoom, the next moment now we're on Riverside, and everybody can get their face and audio. It does so much stuff, and then next is gonna be where I want to be like. You ever heard of the Good Morning Show? Good morning, the Sunday morning show. You never heard of that?
You mean like Good Morning America?
Nah, nah.
What
I
are you
meant
talking about? Like a podcast?
the Sunday morning show, and it's on PBS. I know who watches PBS anymore, but it's this.
Okay,
You know what I'm talking about? No. All
I believe
right.
so.
Well, imagine Good Morning America does like an interview, and they come into you. They just like, all right, so like, show me around and stuff like I want to now take it outside and go to
Hmm.
businesses that we're not recognizing that's actually putting so much into the community, or
Hmm.
good food into community, or great resource into the community, but they
Hmm.
don't have a certain person that wants to push it out there. I'm like wanting to take the podcast to go meeting with other people that we don't normally don't
Do
speak
that.
about. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And I'm
Yeah.
like, people don't
And give them a chance to tell their
exactly.
story. Yeah.
Exactly. And I'm like, because I get the excitement of helping others, or showing somebody, helping the next person. Like, I can be your resource. And I'm
Yeah. And I
like,
think that's, yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, go, what was you gonna
Yeah.
say?
I would say I think that's the most beautiful thing about social media now. What it has
Hmm.
grown to is
Yeah.
that, we're coming from in childhood, it was all celebrity culture. We just saw celebrities. Like that's how we
Yeah.
got influenced for like celebrities and commercials. And one of my objectives too is like, because being in the photography and doing videography and media, I lived in LA as well. So
Okay.
always seeing celebrities and just seeing how the shit is smoke and mirrors. Like
Yeah.
it's a facade. Like there's some real stories being told, and a lot of the celebrity stories that were being pushed out was like manufactured. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
It's like what really matters is the heart and soul of like
Right.
the everyday people. So that was definitely one of my objectives. It
Yeah.
was like, let me get to the person that typically wouldn't tell their story or somebody wouldn't hear their story. So the beauty of social media now is like anybody can make content, like anybody could
Yeah.
be a
Yeah.
major influencer now. Celebrity culture is dying. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. I go on any platform that I know I can upload a video or go live or get more than 10 seconds to 2 minutes. However, I'm posting right on there. I'm like,
Hmm.
you can find me where on whatever platform. That's good. At least it's decent. And let me come on in, just spread some word, find new people, see what's going on. If you're that person that wants to be in the spotlight or content, because a lot of stuff is about celebrities, but you're right, that is dying because a lot more people's voices and their videos and their short form content are all being used as motivational words that we look forward to hearing, or we look up to these days. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
It's much better than just hearing, all right, what's going on with Diddy today? Like, how many times you gonna talk about Diddy? You know what I'm saying? With that don't
No
stop.
comment. No
Yeah,
comment.
like
No
it's
comment.
like, give me something new. Give me something new. But I seen that I thought you had like a podcast before.
I did. Oh my God. I started this in
Yeah, because I looked,
2016.
I said, this look.
Like when I tell you again, so going back to like what you were saying, like what you wanted to do, I started a non-idol series in 2016 where
Okay.
I took it from I wasn't in the studio. I started like walking around communities, going into your business and highlighting your business, highlighting different aspects of
Yeah.
your community, going to the places that mean something to you,
Right, right.
like to the guests. So I was like one of the first people that did that. I can say that.
I'll
Like
give you that.
if
I
I would
was
have kept going though, like I just didn't have the money. But
yeah,
I
yeah.
think what was the platform that started catching on and like doing it? So it started becoming popular, and now podcast starts coming out.
I'm trying to think of the
Huh?
platform. Vine? No, not Vine. Back in
Not
the day or
Vine.
now?
On I want to say Vlad, but it
Mhm.
wasn't Vlad TV. It was like starts with a V. Vibe, maybe Vibe.
Yeah, Vibe. That
Yeah, I think
Vibe
so. Vibe,
magazine?
Vibe, whatever.
Something like
But
that. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
they started progressing with that.
Yeah.
What I tell you, I have a lot of content from 2017
You gotta keep
that
it
I
all.
didn't release. Yeah, no, I'm definitely gonna recreate.
Yeah.
It's not sitting there for nothing. I
Yeah.
know I see every day what is gonna come from it. Like I'm like, okay, God, I know what you're doing. I'm being very patient. That's another thing. You got to be very patient. Like, yes, you'll get the visions and the dream. And I used to be like, I got to do this now. I got to do it right away. And if I didn't, I feel like a failure. But now I'm just like, I see the beauty and the patience because it starts growing. It's like you plant a seed
Yeah.
and you just trees take years and years and years to grow.
Mhm.
There's some trees that we see that's huge, but it took like maybe 100 years to get to that. So,
Yeah.
I just know like it's growing into something more beautiful and it's just gonna become something beautiful. But yeah, yeah,
Because when you get into like that part of being patient, I was never patient. If I'm like, I'm gonna put this out right now, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna, because it was streaming before editing. I'm gonna stream. I'm gonna put this out, and I'm like, wait, you're right. I could say to the Cassandra now, it's all about patience. Like it's okay if this video didn't come out because we all try to follow algorithm that we think we know, and we listen to so many different either YouTubers or influencers that say to do this, one says to do that, one says to do it at this time, and then we go crazy. And I'm like, you have to get to a point of literally patience but still create.
hmm,
And anything that you do is still a form of content. It is still a form of something that you can create. And everything that you said is in your files that you can use at a later time. I got files for days, audios for days. And people don't realize a lot of the stuff that we watch and we're giving a million views or something that has been reposted from old files or something from long
yeah,
ago, but that
yeah,
the ambition or the motive or the message in that video
yeah,
or audio just speaks
yeah,
loud. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like, don't be afraid to put anything out there that you want to create. So many people like, oh, I want to do my nail or eyebrow or eyelash business. And I'm like, but everybody has that type of business. You never know. Yours could be different. You just never know. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like a lot of things with patience is just key. And I
yeah.
talk about consistency all the time, but patience is key.
Yeah, and one thing I've been telling my and reminding myself as of late is like, if I did it, there's significance in it. Like
Hmm.
I didn't do it for nothing.
Right.
Like it came to me, the idea came to me, I brought it to fruition for something. Like there's
Right.
significance in what I do. So I
Yeah.
think that's a great reminder to always remind yourself like there's significance in this. There's
Exactly.
significance in this.
What's your biggest challenge throughout everything that you're doing now? It's prayer and hustle. What's a challenge with that?
Being a one woman team, like for real. But I'm learning how to definitely build a team. Yeah, I'm learning how to do that, and I would say like just I've been moving around a lot. I've been doing a lot, so I know how to now create a team like wherever I go and find
Yeah.
the best options. But I think that's the most challenging thing is just doing it by myself right now and just coming out of pocket.
Yes.
So I just went to a networking group. Yo, shout out to Threads.
Threads.
Threads, take advantage of
Yeah.
Threads right now because the algorithm is
People
pure.
sleeping on it. That's how I met.
So
This is how I met you guys. Like this is how I met
yeah,
all
that is.
the.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
this is like how I met a lot of people for the podcast. I'm like
Yeah.
Threads. Come
Yeah.
on.
So I came across this thread where this two woman team invest group. They had like a coffee meetup. So I went to go meet them,
Right.
or met so many different amazing solopreneurs, women solopreneurs that are really making things happen and just learning new things. Like it was amazing. So now it's like before when I thought getting grants or getting funding is very overwhelming, it's going to be a challenge. But now it's like, okay, I've met the right people. They taught me some things. Now I know how to get over that hurdle. So now it's like, okay, it opened up for me. So that's the most important thing. Another thing with networking is your eyes are open to
Yeah.
more opportunities and beyond your imagination. So just always expanding my mind, always
Yeah.
learning something new.
Yeah. People, I swear, being a like a one person team, people understand how costly that is. Everything is
Yeah,
a subscription.
yeah.
Everything is a subscription. Everything you gotta get. Everything But it's like there's so many resources out there to go ahead and pursue it, and that's where it comes into. We have the challenges, but growth also leads
Hmm.
with a lot of this. What's like one of your best moments that came out of prayer and hustle?
Wow, that's a great question.
Best moment.
No, because there's just so many. And
That's even better.
I've been doing Prayer Hustle for 8 years now.
8 years.
And it's not just selling product, just meeting. So I met so many different people. So 18, I was living in LA, and this is when I really truly developed and pursued God and created and cultivated my relationship with God.
Hmm.
Because before that, I was like just trying to do everything on my own, just tunnel vision, not really taking the time. I was like, Keisha, did you forget? Like, prayer and hustle, girl, prayer and hustle. Like, you don't have to do it by yourself. So I had to really be still. And I started fasting 2018. So it
How
started
many
with the
days?
Daniels. Well, first it started with the Daniels fast. It's a 21-day fast. I do it every top of the year now, every
Okay.
January 1st to the 1st, eat all natural. So that was the year, the first time like I became celibate. I stopped drinking, and I really just wanted to get closer to God. I got
Right.
baptized and started reading the Bible, studying the Bible. And I'm like, I'm the type like, okay, God, I really want to implement this into my life. I really want to do it. I don't want to just say it. I don't want to just say, oh, I have faith. How can I show you that I have faith? Like, what can I
Right.
really do? Like, I'm a doer. Like,
Yeah. Not just a
so
talk. Yeah.
I ended up moving to LA, and that's where God just showed me like, ask and you shall receive. And as long as you're obedient, and as long as it's really with true good intention. So I would just listen to my heart and listen to my soul. And in that, like, I just allowed, I just surrendered, like, allowed God to just really guide me and use me. So with that, I would just do water fast just to like cleanse
Hmm.
my body. And one of them, I did a 3-day water fast. And with that, I always set an intention with my fast. So with that fast, I was just like, you know what, God, I kind of started forgetting why I was in LA. I'm like,
Yeah.
because people would ask me, like, are you an actress? Like, are you? I'm like, no, I'm just here living. Like, I'm just
I'm just
living life.
here.
But I started being on shows. I was on TV. People would always send me pictures like, I see you on TV. Insecure. But
Yeah.
I did a lot of background. I did a lot of
Love that
background.
show.
But so I was like, okay, God, like, what can I do? Like, put your desires, like, match your desires in my heart. Like, I want your desires. Like, that's what I want.
Yeah.
So, did a 3-day water fast. And on the second day of the water fast, like, I'm sitting in the food court, and like, I heard clear as day, like,
Yeah.
go, just go.
Who
I got
that?
up, like, go where? Go where, God?
Yeah.
So, what came next, I just prayed on it, and like what God reminded me was like the dream I always had of like mine. This is 2018, so I had already started Non-Idol, the interview series. I already started
Hmm.
Print Hustle, and one of the dreams I always had was like I just want to travel in this country. I just want to travel and interview people. Like that's what I really wanted to do. I actually was doing it in 2017 with a partner.
Okay.
We never put any of the interviews out because we didn't have the time or the resources. But we, like I said, we still got in the boat. But anyway,
Yeah, that's
so
good.
2018, for 3 months, I went on a journey just across the country where I just really allowed God to guide me, provide for me, and use me. Like those, that
Yeah.
was the
I
contract
love
I had
that.
with God,
I
and
love that.
that was like one of the most amazing times of like prayer and hustle because like that's what I really really did in every single city that I truly allowed God to guide me, and I did that by just meditating every day, praying like God show me, randomly get emails like a bus ticket to this city. Like
Yeah, I'm out.
I was couch surfing, so I was meeting so many different people like with different backgrounds,
Hmm.
and
Yeah.
just in every single city, like telling people about Print House. I always have a product on, or I always giving away products to like the people I was staying with or random people I would meet. And they would just be like, this really resonates with me. Like people who look at Print Hustle and really love it, it just resonates with people. And I think that's definitely one of the most beautiful things is really living it and it
Hmm.
really showing people that it's a lifestyle and it's
It's
an
such a powerful
amazing,
name, Print.
beautiful lifestyle. Thank you so
Yeah.
much. God gave it to me. Like,
Like,
I'm so
this is
grateful.
beautiful. Like, I was stuck on the page because I was still going. I was looking at your videos. I was looking at the pictures. And where can we get the merch? Like, tell us right now. Give us everything about where we can get it.
Prayerandhustle.com.
That's it. Prayandhustle.com. We're going to put it right in the comments. prayandhustle.com. And what's next?
What's next is I'm continuing to build the series. I'm gonna
Hmm.
come out with so it's been trial and error with inventory, capsule collections, campaigns. My next thing I'm gonna do, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna come out with one thing. The
Okay,
shirt will always be there, but I'm gonna come out with one product, one more product. I'm gonna come out with a coffee cup
let's go. I was thinking about the
and just
candles, honestly.
just sell just sell the coffee cup.
You
And
gotta do the
I'm gonna
coffee cup.
just
I like
focus
coffee.
and push because with that, with the coffee cup also, so a little side note, I'm also building another business and I have a partner for this business and it will be launching it next year. And it just aligns with the business that's coming and then also with the interview series. So this
Okay.
cup will be everywhere. So that's what I'm focused on is just like placement, 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 placement. Because I never really focused on just one
Thing.
product. Well, I did in the very, very, very beginning, and I saw that that was successful. Because like as a business owner, you see now 8 years under my belt, I
Hmm.
could see what was working, what was not working. What I
Right.
know was not working was having 20 items in my arsenal and having all that inventory on hand. I'll never do that again unless I
Yeah.
until I am a 20 plus
Yeah.
team. You know what I'm saying? With a warehouse. Like
Yeah.
not there
And
yet.
that's coming. And it's coming.
You're right.
Right.
Thank you.
It's coming.
So that's next, just focusing on product placement and continuing to build the series. I'm flying out to Houston next month and I'll be having a very special guest and a very
Mhm.
special interview. So that'll be
Can we watch
that.
that? Is that on the Pray and Hustle?
So all of my interviews you can find on Non Idle
Okay.
ENT. So NONIDLE, and I could text you it or DM, email, whatever.
I'm gonna need the link tree because we are gonna find this. I just when
The
you
link tree is in my bio.
oh yeah, I got it ready. Because when you can, please get a Pray and Hustle candle. Because the candle, I could have sworn you had one in the video.
Did. So I actually partnered with somebody where she was
Yeah.
making homemade candles, and that was just for a season. We had partner on the show, so we did a really big show in Atlanta.
I
Also,
saw
there's
that.
that
Yeah.
was another other experiment I did where like I did a bundle package. So I
Okay.
wanted to try that too, like a bundle. So it
Hmm.
came as a bundle package. So that was just too many different moving parts. So I didn't continue with that. And then if I do a candle, like I want it to be good quality, not like a toxic
Yeah.
material.
Yeah.
I'm geared towards more like the sustainable side. I try to be as sustainable as possible.
Yeah.
So we'll bring back the candles
We'll bring
soon.
back the candle. Okay.
Next, you know what? You know what? Just because you asked, next year. I'll do it next year.
Next year? All right.
I'll find a way. I'll find a way. I just
I'm
didn't focus on it. I
excited.
forgot about the candles.
Cause it looked nice. It was like, cause like I said, the wording on it looks great, and on the candle looked great. And I was like, that would be nice. Probably like a little scripture of something of yours on the back of it, like something that you say, like maybe 10 of your most powerful words or meanings, and it could be on the back of that with the
Thank
prayer and hustle
you.
on the
Thank you for
front.
giving
You
me
know what I'm saying?
ideas.
Like I'm always seeing something, and I get excited when I think of what could be next, what could be a product or something like that. And let me ask you, it's random, it's off key before we go, right?
It's
You ever
cool.
seen All American?
Yeah, yeah. I stopped watching.
You know who
I
you
only
remind me
watched
of,
it up
right?
till like Precious.
No patience.
Patience, patience.
Yes. I had
Yeah,
to
I got that
say,
a lot. I
yeah,
got
I
that a
had
lot.
to tell you, I
I
was
get that a
like,
lot.
wait. I said, wait, is this No, I can't. I said, you
I get that
guys
a lot.
resemble a little bit. Resemble a little bit. But I know you got a show tonight. Listen, this has been really amazing. Tell everybody what you about to go watch.
I'm about to go watch the UConn versus Notre Dame game. Okay.
We go.
I'm neutral. Either team, whoever wins, wins. Let the best
Whoever
team
got in the
win.
bag.
Usually, but Notre Dame, Notre Dame.
Well, thank you so much for definitely coming on this episode. I know I enjoyed it, and anytime, whatever you need, whatever, I'm gonna be posting you everywhere for your links so everybody can find Pray and Hustle. No idle Keish, Big Keish in the building. Thank you. And you guys could catch this Spotify everywhere, Apple, YouTube, and peace out, guys.
Thank you. Thank you so much.